Hello, I am about to talk about furries. If you find furries offensive or you're just not interested, please leave a hateful comment below before exiting this video. I'll give you a moment to do that. Okay, you gone? No? Okay, I think they're gone. Well, for all those who are left, hello! I am Zach, and I am a furry. Surprise! I know. Now, you are currently watching a beginner's guide to furries brought to you by a beginner furry. Does that make sense? I am a beginner furry bringing you a guide for beginner furries. I think that makes sense. If not, stop me. Anyways, let me get into my getup. Okay. Hello. This is me all dressed up. I hope you like it, because I do. Now, when I say I am a beginner furry, I mean that I have not really had any outside real-world experience with other furries, just over online interactions with some. And so I feel compelled for a beginner furry to teach other beginner furries about being a furry. Or just outside people who are randomly watching this video. Hello to you. Nice of you to join us. So, let us begin. What is a furry? Seriously, what is a furry? By dictionary definition, a furry is just an anthropomorphic animal. Anthropomorphic meaning human-like qualities. But it's not exactly that. A furry is very subjective. Let's say, a talking animal in a Disney movie. People wouldn't consider that a furry. But, let's say, that would be considered a furry. So what gives? They're both human-like. They both are given human-like qualities. What's the difference? And the difference is just how you think of a furry. That's very basically it. Like, some people wouldn't say Zootopia characters are furries, but other people say they would. The definition of a furry is very subjective, and doesn't have a concrete definition. Now, the definition of things that aren't furries. First off, bronies. Not really furries. It's kind of obvious, even though, bronies, the art of bronies have human-like qualities. The ponies in the show have human-like qualities. They're not going to be considered furries, even though they have human-like qualities. And they're just two separate fandoms. Now, another thing that's not a furry, therians or otherkins. Outside people are definitely going to be likely to mix it up. So the main difference between furries and otherkin are that otherkin actually believe they're animals, and furries don't. So that's that. And I know it's really confusing sometimes, since therians do attend some furry conventions and are involved in the community, but they're still separated, if that makes sense. It still probably doesn't. So, if you are watching this, you're probably wondering, are you a furry? But the question you have to be asking yourself is, do you consider yourself a furry? Since that's the big thing. Now, what would you consider a furry? Well, like we talked about, an anthropomorphic animal. But that can just be you have a character in your mind, or you're active in the furry community. You are you follow furries on Twitter, you are in a furry community on Amino, you post furry art on iFunny or whatever. Any of those things, or Tumblr. I don't use Tumblr. But any of those things, you would be involved in the community. But even then, it's all up to you. If you consider yourself a furry, then go ahead and be a furry. And if you don't want to be if you don't want to be considered a furry, then you don't have to be considered a furry. You can just like the art style, and it's not a big deal. But if you are considering yourself a furry, and you really haven't gotten into the communities yet, how do you get into the communities? The big thing is blogs. A lot of people will follow furry blogs, because, yeah. And a great site to do this, and this is not sponsored at all, even though they do a ton of sponsorship, is Furry Amino. I've I've been a part of Furry Amino since the summer, and I've been absolutely loving it. Like absolutely loving it. It's a definitely safe place for any community, and there's definitely not a lot of hate like you would find on Tumblr, and definitely iFunny. And that brings us to our next segment: is how to block out the haters. Simple answer: ignore them. Now, I know that it can be very difficult to just ignore all the hate. When I first saw all the furry hate that I was getting, I was stunned, I was shocked, I was scared. I definitely didn't think that would happen, even though I sort of was expecting it. And it's weird, since you can never really be prepared for it until it happens. And now, definitely, I'm more prepared than I have been, and I definitely think that I can definitely just ignore any rude comments that somebody throws at me and make fun of it a bit, since I know that the, the people are just not only not accepting of me, but they can be insecure of themselves, excuse me. And so that brings us to the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you really subscribe, since, I like doing what I do, and I like being who I am, and I like sharing myself with other people. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you leave a comment, hopefully not hateful, and hit that subscribe button, like here. It's gonna be over my face. Oh wow, isn't that better? I'm so much more beautiful with this big button blocking my face, aren't I? Yeah, thank you. I knew it. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you have a fantastic day. So yeah, bye!